Tandem Nomads, episode 249. Do you allow yourself to dream? Do you allow yourself to dream big? In fact, do you actually even know what is your big dream? And if you do you allow yourself to say it out loud? Don't underestimate the power of your dreams in your entrepreneurial journey and the energy you put in your business to grow it successfully. Hello, Nomad Nation. Welcome to Tandem Nomads, the podcast show and entrepreneurship platform where you can find great inspiration and insights to grow a successful portable business and thrive in your global nomadic life and through any kind of transition. This is your host, Emel Deregi. I'm a marketing and business coach and the founder of Tandem Nomads. There is something that has been showing up in my work on a daily basis lately and in my own personal life, and it's all about dreams. And I wanted to come to you and share with you some of the aha moments I lately had about the importance of dreaming and dreaming big. I know, you might have heard this 1,000 times in your life, but seriously, have you ever actually taken the time since you became an adult to dream and think about your dreams and say them out loud? It is amazing how the more we move forward in our businesses, the more we are into all the logistical aspects of building and growing our business, but also running our lives and our families and living through the transition. Those big dreams that we had as a child starts fading away. And I've been so, astonished to realize when I asked this question to myself, what is it, that big dream? And I realized that I started to forget it. And as I was working with so many of my clients, I also asked them, what is that big dream that you have? Why are you doing all of this? What's the point of all of this? And that's when I realized, oh my God, we've been spending so much time and energy doing what we love, but ultimately we got so caught into the day-to-day life of it that we even forgot those big dreams that we have. And we forgot that innocence that we have when we're a child and when we allow ourselves to dream of the impossible and never wonder how we're going to even make that happen. I actually had a moment a few weeks ago when I was having a VIP day with a client who came to my office. And I had a moment that actually makes me quite emotional where I was writing out some things on the board. And we were doing an exercise. I was helping her come up with her value proposition and her business model and all of that. And while I was writing, I had a moment where I said, oh my God, I'm actually living the dream I had when I was a child. And when I was a child, I had this big dream of actually being a teacher, but I never defined it as being a teacher. When I was a kid, for example, and would have guests at home, the parents always loved me because I would gather the kids in my room, bring out my board and start teaching them stuff. It didn't matter what. I just wanted to excite them, and I also wanted them to have fun through the process. So we made games and I would come up with things instinctively. And then I realized, oh my God, I'm actually doing that. I am teaching and educating and trying to inspire people through marketing knowledge and entrepreneurship knowledge. But ultimately, one of my big dreams is to inspire other people to actually achieve their own dreams. So I have a tear in my eye right now just talking about this out loud, because I realize we actually never take the time to sit down and actually just embrace our dreams, but also say it out loud. And I think it's so important to do that. It's so important that we don't forget our inner child, that we actually celebrate our inner child, because when we're kids, we are those pure little beings that have not been polluted with so many things over the time. And we allow ourselves to dream limitlessly, and we don't even wonder how we're going to even make that happen. I remember as a child, I didn't ask myself how I'm going to make that happen. I had kids at home. I took them in my room and started teaching them stuff and trying to make it fun for them, because for me, that was also the thing that I loved about learning, was to make it fun. So I want to ask you now, what is your big dream? What is that big dream that you have for your life? And I've been asking this to many of my clients lately, and it's been interesting that so many, not only were not able to define it really clearly, they knew it, but were not too sure. But the big thing that really shook me was how scary it was for them to simply say it out loud. And the universe works really magically sometimes, because while I was having this series of aha moments in the past weeks about big dreams and my own dreams and the ones of my clients, I also watched a teenage show that I love. Yes, I say it out loud. Don't judge me. I don't care. But I watch this thing when I want to just relax and unwind my brain. I watch a TV show called Glee. And there was an episode about teenage and high school kids who were struggling to know what they're going to do, because it was the last year of high school and they had to figure out what they wanted to do next. And the thing was that ultimately some of them did not allow themselves to dream. And one of the teachers said this to them, and I want to quote it because I think it's so relevant for us today, as old as we are, no matter what age we have. And if we're not dreaming, we need to remember this. It's not the broken dreams that break us. It's the ones we did not dare to dream. Did you hear that, Nomad Nation? So if you're not dreaming, allow yourself to dream and allow yourself to dream big. But here's the thing. Maybe you're actually wondering what's even your dream. And you might think you don't really have dreams. And if that's you, then Nomad Nation, I want to challenge you, because I truly believe that dreams are not something you choose. Dreams are within you. Your dreams are in you. You truly know deep inside what you really want for your life, but you might just be too scared to say it out loud. Can you resonate with that, Nomad Nation? When I ask you to actually allow yourself to dream big and say it out loud and share it with others, how does that make you feel? Does it make you feel excited? Or do you feel something in your stomach? You want to do it, but you're so scared. You're so worried that, first of all, you might disappoint yourself at not reaching them. Or you might be so worried about all the things that you might have to do to make it true. And one thing that I've learned in the past year that I really want to share with you, as much of a very pragmatic person I am, and if you've been listening to Tandem Nomads podcast for a while, you know that I'm all about step-by-step processes. But magic happens when you finally allow yourself to dream without even wondering how that dream can become true. Give yourself that freedom to think big and to think of all the unlimited possibilities out there for you. And when you do that, when you start doing that, you're opening so much room for abundance and for new opportunities. And I can tell you that I see it in my own life, in my own business. And I see it with my own clients. As soon as they open up to all these possibilities and let the universe bring it to them, things start shifting. And the things that feel difficult, the things that feel heavy, suddenly become so much easier and lighter. So it all starts from allowing yourself to actually dream big. And also, you might know so many stories of very prominent entrepreneurs who've been very successful. And as soon as they start losing their big why, usually that's the moment where the business starts crumbling. So for me, it's not just about the fun and the hug of saying, oh, it's nice to dream. I believe that dreaming is, first of all, very important for life and happiness in life and mental health. But it's also crucial to the sustainability of your business. A business without a big why, a business without a dreamer behind it is often a business that struggles. And here's another thing I want to talk about. Dreams are not set in stone. You can have a dream now and change it later. And I think one of the things that stops people from allowing themselves of dreaming is also to feel the pressure that this must be it. This must be the big thing. And if it doesn't work out, then I'm a failure. So allow yourself to dream from the moment. Dream on the moment and allow yourself to think about what you truly want for your life and your business. And your business, as much as I'm passionate about entrepreneurship, your business is just a tool. It's just a mean to help you make the impact you want to make and achieve those big dreams. So for me, having a business allows you to generate the revenue you want and you need to achieve those big dreams for your personal life, your loved ones, your family. But it might also help you find purpose and meaning to make an impact for the people you serve through the business. However, ultimately, your business will be animated with that big why behind it. And that's why it's so important that you're really clear about it. So, you might have had a dream when you were a child. I gave you my example before. That dream as a child, I really feel like I'm living it. So does that mean that I don't have any more a dream? I actually ask myself that same question that I'm asking my clients. And that made me realize that my dreams can evolve. So I have big dreams that are different than when I was a child. I actually still have a big dream that I had since the age of 14, and I'm still having it in my head and still animating me. So it would be too long to explain it to you, but I would gladly, I think I might have shared it before. But that's not the point. What I'm trying to say here is that your dreams are not set in stone, so don't feel the pressure. And you might still have the same dream as a child, then live it. And if not, if you moved on and you have something else you want for yourself and your family, then allow yourself to think about it and to visualize it. It is so important that you actually visualize it. But you might tell me, I don't know what it is. And as I said before, I truly believe that your dreams are within you. Deep inside, I know that you know what you really want for your life. But you might just be a little too scared to say it out loud to yourself and even more to others. So if you feel that you can't dream and you can't imagine what's that future, I want you to let go of that pressure first of all. And then I'm going to give you a couple of tips right now of what you could do that I've been trying with my clients and that really worked. So one of the typical thing to do when it's about envisioning and visualizing your dreams is to create a vision board. So if you haven't done it, I highly recommend you to try it out. It's a nice creative way to do it that allows you to actually play around and to use your creative instinct as well and just pick images that inspire you, put them together, and then have that vision board that helps you visualize what you really want. The other thing is to journal and to write down the story that you want to actually experience in a few years from now. So try it out, try a vision board, and try to write down those thoughts and those dreams that you have. I really think that it can make a difference, so take the time to do it. But I have one more thing that I highly recommend you to do that has had such an amazing impact on my clients, and I really wanted to share it with you. So what I want you to do is, first of all, to pick a person that you want to share your dream with. It can be your husband, your spouse. It can be your spouse, a great friend, a family member, a business buddy, or your coach. And you can actually even send it to me if you want. If that inspires you, then I would gladly receive your dreams. So for the sake of the example, let's imagine that you're actually sending this voice message to me. What I want you to do is to actually start by taking a deep breath, choosing a moment and a place where you feel at peace. And if you don't have it, make it happen. Make sure to take at least 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, to take a deep breath. And take your phone. In every phone, you have a tool that allows you to make an audio recording. It's often called a voice memo. So take your voice memo app, and I want you to imagine that me or the person you choose is coming to visit you 10 to 20 years from now. And we're going to take this time machine together, and you're going to imagine that I'm coming to visit you in a specific place of your choice. It can be your house, it can be your store, it can be another specific place you dream about. And I'm coming to visit you, and you're telling me what's happening in your world right now. So basically, you'll tell me what's happening in your life 10 to 20 years from now, and you're going to tell me this story in the present tense. So imagine we're having coffee, tea, or a glass of wine, or anything you love to drink, and actually describe that moment. While we're talking, tell me where we are, tell me what you're doing. If, for example, you're dreaming of a dream house, then let's have coffee together in that dream house and give me a tour of that house. Show me the different rooms and what happens in all those rooms, and how you got there and what allowed you to do it, and who you're sharing these moments with, and how are you living your day-to-day life at the moment, what is making you happy, what is making you excited. So I really wanted you to imagine that I'm sitting with you having a glass of tea or coffee, and you're telling me, and you're answering the question that I'm asking you is how you're doing and what is happening in your world. So take the moment to do that and send that audio to the person you chose, or you can also send it to me by email. And I would love to hear your dream. I would be very honored to hold that space for you to allow yourself to dream. All right? So make that commitment to yourself and do it. And keep that audio for yourself. Keep it cherishly, because one day you listen to it and you will be amazed by how much has happened thanks to the fact that you allowed yourself to dream big, that you let all these possibilities happen in your world. And even if it doesn't happen, just the fact that you allowed yourself to dream and to imagine that moment, I can tell you from my experience, my client's experience, once you've done that, once you've recorded that audio, the whole energy shifts. Because instead of coming from a place of fear, you actually let yourself imagine in the present tense that dream becoming real. So I really think this can be a very powerful exercise, and I really wanted to share it with you because so many of my clients were raving about this. So do it, Nomad Nation. Pick a person, tell to this person that you're going to send them your dream story, the story of your dream more precisely, and then send it to them or to me if you want to. And as I said, make sure that it's in the present tense. You cannot keep going ahead in your journey if you haven't done this, Nomad Nation. I'm really serious about this. If you've never taken the time to really visualize what you're dreaming to achieve in your life, and let's just remove the term achieve, what you're dreaming to experience in your life. And I think that's even more important than achieving, right? So what do you want to experience in your life down the road, a few years from here? All right. So Nomad Nation, I hope this has inspired you to take action. And I can't wait to get any feedback from you. The way you can reach out to me is either through Instagram. Follow me on Instagram and you can DM me your voice memo or your feedback on this episode. Tell me if you actually have ever taken the time to dream big. And the other way besides Instagram is also... And if you don't have Instagram, simply email me at the email address connect@tandemnomads.com. I can't wait to hear from you, Nomad Nation. And I hope this has encouraged you to turn all your challenges into great opportunities and dream big with no limitations.